Guruji, what is the next ratio?
The next ratio is return on assets. I will explain it with the story of Kavya.
Sandeep, I want to start a textile business.
Oh, then you should buy some raw material and start stitching.
You are right. I should buy some fibers and turn it into designer clothes.
What about the machineries?
Yeah, I will buy one or two basic machines and start it anyway.
Do you need any help?
Yeah, help me find some good suppliers for all those things.
Okay, I have some contacts. I will share it with you.
Okay, then I will talk to them.
Hi Kavya. It seems that it's almost a year. Are you making profits?
Yeah, my net income is around 1,66,500. I want to know how good I am using my assets to make money.
Don't worry. I will calculate the return on assets for your business.
Okay, then go ahead and calculate it.
Your total assets are 4,33,250 rupees and your net income is 1,66,500 rupees, which means your return on asset, which is net income divided by average total asset, is 38.43%.
Okay, what does that even mean?
It means for every 100 rupees of asset that you own, you generate rupees 38.43 in profits each year.
Is it a good thing or bad thing?
If the return on asset is greater than 5%, then it is considered good. As you have a return on asset of 38.43%, then I think yours is really good.
Nice. It seems that I am utilizing my assets better. We have understand the return on asset ratio, but I have heard something called return on equity. What was that, Guruji?
Return on equity is also a ratio. Now listen to the story of Kavya and Shravan. Kavya, let us start textile business.
But to make clothes, we need a lot of materials such as fibers and other things.
So how much it will cost in general?
Overall, it will cost around 1 lakh rupees.
Okay, let us start our textile company by investing equally.
Great. See, Shravan, we are making profits.
Yes, our overall net income is rupees 1,66,500 in a year.
But Shravan, I wanted to know that how much we are getting rewarded for our investment.
Let us calculate the return on equity.
Will it answer my question?
Definitely. Our shareholder equity is rupees 1 lakh and our net income is rupees 1,66,500. Our return on equity is 1,66,500 divided by 1 lakh rupees, which is 1.665.
What is this rupees 1.665?
For every rupee of equity that we own, we generate rupees 1.665 in profits each year.
Oh, are we good then?
We are well off.
Okay, so this is return on equity.
The next important ratios are different profit margin ratios, namely net profit margin, gross margin, and operating margin. Listen to the story of Kavya and Manjula, who are running a textile business.
Kavya, our sales has increased greatly even in this off season. It was a good idea to give discount to the customers. You are right, Manjula. Our sales has definitely increased and we have maintained demand even in the off season. Then Kavya, why don't we always give discount to our customers if it increases our sales? Along with our sales, there is also an important thing which we needs to be considered, which you are forgetting. What is it, Kavya? you are forgetting about net profit margin ratio, which is also called simply as profit margin. What does this term means, Kavya? See, in producing our goods, we also incurred some expenses. Then we sell it at a price higher than our expenses, and the difference after tax we earn as profits. And profit margin is equal to the ratio of net profit to the total revenue we generated. Please explain in details. In other words, it is a profit after tax generated per rupee revenue. Like we sold goods of 16 lakh and earned 1,66,500 as net profit. So our net profit margin is 1,66,500 divided by 16 lakh, which comes around 10.40%. Now I understand, Kavya. Then if we give discounts, then though it increases our revenue but also decreases our profit margin. Exactly, Manjula. Similarly, gross profit margin is a ratio of gross profit to the total revenue. Gross profit means total revenue less the cost of the goods we sold. It shows how much we earn after paying for the cost of producing our goods. Now in our case, as our revenue is 6 lakh and cost of goods sold or COGS is around rupees 16 lakh. So we get our gross profit margin as 37.5%. Oh, I understand, Kavya. And what about operating margin? Dear Manjula, there are various ways through which a firm earns profit, like operations, investment activities, etc. When we want to check the performance of our core operations, we use operating profit margin ratio, which is, as you can guess by now, the ratio of profits earned from operations to the total revenue generated. So in our case, what was it? In our case, our total revenue is 16 lakh and our operating expenses is 4,53,500. So our operating income is 4,53,500 divided by total revenue, which is 16 lakh. We get our operating profit margin as 28.34%. Thank you, Kavya. I never knew profit had so many faces. Doing business is tricky. I don't know what I would do without you as my business partner. That is why I am here for you, Manjula. I will always be here to guide. Now we understand our different profit margins, Guruji. Thank you.